What's up, fellas? Time for Football Friday. We are live in the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube channel. This is Pick Central. Kind of a little less of a crew we got today. A bunch of people on the road for the college football show. And happy for those guys, Brandon Walker and a lot of our guys headed over there. Chicago tomorrow. Notre Dame, Wisconsin, the show at 9:30. I heard Dante the Don's out there DJing. They're going to do it big in Chicago. Those of us who stayed are going to throw down today. On my left, Marty Mush. What's up, Marty? How are you?
How we doing? I feel good. I got all black on today. I just feel good.
Rico Bosco, the man, my fellow Football Friday.
Yeah. Short card this weekend.
Why's that?
Really? I have a lot.
As terrible as I've been. Do you know what I'm at? College football for the year.
25 and 27, right?
Yeah, minus 5 units, 5.5,
So you lost
5.85.
But you lost 15 units that week.
That should say something, though, right?
No. It's bad. It's
What do you mean?
2 weeks in.
You could afford that, and you're only at minus 5.
We're 3 weeks into the season.
Okay.
You're already at minus 5, and you're saying that's good?
So you're like minus 1 game a week. That means. Like, literally, think
It's
about
never
it.
good when you're already making excuses
I'm just
of
saying,
why.
It's a short card. I love every one of them this week.
This week kind of sucks.
No,
honestly.
it's
But this is where you can find where you get your winners.
It's a weird week. There's a lot. The thing with the card this week in college football is there's home underdogs everywhere I like. I mean, this is like we're getting to week 4, week 5. There's a lot of bounce back spots. There's going to be some money line value. But as far as like big time football games, yeah, I mean, I'm thrilled that football's on. I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah, I got a blog coming out.
Okay.
It's apple picking weekend.
It's apple picker. We get family. Maybe some
just saying, if you
some
can-
family portraits, possibly a little fall, little.
I'm just saying, I said it in the blog, like it's a story as old as time. You know, girlfriends and the wives will say, "Hey, we gotta get you off the couch for one Saturday." This is the one where you say, "All right, you know what? I'm not gonna miss."
Your
that many
legs
games."
look really short in that chair right now.
In this chair?
I don't know why.
They kind of do, right?
I don't know why.
I don't know what it is.
They look so
guess-
small. Oh,
I
my
don't know.
teeth look really white, too.
I don't know what that is. You're right. Not a good look.
Well, so the games, I mean, I think it's kind of one of those things. The South part of it makes me a little probably more interested in like Arkansas A&M and LSU, Mississippi State than y'all are. I would think.
They're not interesting games. They're just like there's not the big one. Like Wisconsin Notre Dame's the biggest one.
But
It's
yeah,
like,
well,
it's
Wisconsin
a
losing to
shit
Penn
one.
State, Notre Dame's that like before the year, this you would have thought battle of top 10 teams maybe.
I think no matter what, it's just two teams that you're like you can get a stinker out of both of them. And but again, Notre Dame money line is the play.
That doesn't mean that there's not going to be good games.
For sure, there's gonna be a
There's
bunch of
just-
good games.
yeah,
it's
it's just
that
the ones that stand
there's no. We got Georgia, Clemson. We got Ohio State, Oregon. We got Alabama, Florida, and then this week we kind of got spoiled early where there's not many.
It
crazy
sucks
games.
that Tennessee is just trash because I do like I think Florida Tennessee is a great rivalry.
Yeah. Oh, we
Tennessee's
growing up
disgusting.
on it. Peyton
Yeah.
Manning used to play Spurrier. I mean, that was like the game of the year in the SEC. My whole
He
childhood.
never beat him.
Manning didn't. They beat him. They beat him the year after. They beat him in '98, the year with T. Martin when Tennessee won it all. Because remember Spurrier used to always say you can't spell citrus without UT.
I know. Yeah, I heard all the digs. I know. It's crazy. I just can't believe. And then Tennessee won the title the year after.
Yeah, T. Martin beat Florida State.
The year after Peyton Manning?
Yep, the year after
Oh,
Payton
my
left.
God.
Yep, T. Martin. Yeah, it's weird seeing Florida Tennessee. It's just like a nothing game. Florida 20.5 point favorite. Like
I was still young with that.
you kind of mentioned the apple picking thing. This is that weird time. There are some conference games, but this is like the end of like play a crappy G5 team week where there's a lot of that. And then once you hit October, it's a steamroll the rest of the way. But we're going to go over some games today. We'll take some phone calls. Ange is going to join us at 12:30 for her FCS pick. She's all fired up about Villanova, Penn State. She's been chirping a lot.
I saw that.
Lots of chirping about Villanova, Penn
Anybody rooting against the cult, I'm friends with. So go Nova, V's up.
Oh man, well Marty, we did this last Friday, kind of drafted a few games we wanted to talk about. Also, we're gonna have phone lines open. Fire away on the phone lines. We'll take some calls. We're gonna do it like we like to do here. And do y'all want me to start, or do y'all want to pick a few games to go over?
Well, I want to start with
Go ahead.
I love. I'm going to talk about it. Notre Dame, Wisconsin. So Notre Dame, I have money line. I think this game. If this game was at Wisconsin, I would understand the spread. I don't understand the spread where it's a neutral site game and it's minus 6.5 Wisconsin, where their offense is one of the worst. Like Mertz has looked awful this year. He is not what they thought. Their offense can't get going. Their defense will obviously help them out, but I think this game should be 2.5, minus 2.5 for Wisconsin. It's 6.5. I think that's way too many points. And Cone has looked really good. It's a rival. It's a fuck you game for Cone.
It's a revenge game, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, like this is a game where Notre Dame can definitely win. They have a tough stretch the next 3 games for them too. But like I don't know. I think this is where this is Notre Dame's game to win.
I would agree with you. It seems like it's going to be low scoring, like kind of a fist fight game. A touchdown for a field goal means that they only win by 4. If you think Wisconsin's going to win, but they trade a touchdown for a field goal late, well, that's the difference. You're still within the number. I agree with. I'm not as bullish to take the money line. I do think Notre Dame can win, but I think you're right, Monty. I think the 6 and what's it at now? 6.5.
6.5.
I like
that's very high.
I like
that.
I like the points too. I could see Notre Dame win. Notre Dame feels like a team that just plays close games. You know, how some teams are just like that, whether it's like down to competition, up to competition. But I can't lay 6.5 with Wisconsin when I just don't know how many points they could score. They're just so not like. If Notre Dame had a really bad run defense, then I'd feel good about Wisconsin because you know what's coming. They're just going to play smash. But I think Notre Dame can hold up at the line of scrimmage fairly good.
Absolutely.
And the over and under is low, like mid 40s. I mean, 6.5 is a ton here. So I agree with you. I'm leaning Notre Dame in the points in that one. I kind of forgot to mention, it's my fault at the beginning. Last night, Carolina 24, Houston 9. McCaffrey strained his hamstring. Not a whole lot to say on this game. I mean, I guess Carolina took care of business. It was low scoring.
This is why you don't draft running backs.
I mean,
in fantasy, how many times these guys are gonna get fucking
I know
hurt?
he gets hurt, but he is one where he is just. I know, and he got hurt last year, and I know he did it again. But he's so fucking good. He makes
he's
that
unbelievable.
team.
He's unbelievable.
He makes that team so good. But I think this is also a team where I think the Panthers are fugazi.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
I will say this. In your defense, Zach Wilson's first start, the Saints with no one, no coach, nothing, and then Davis Mills.
Yeah,
so, I mean, they've had about as
I'm
ideal.
not again, you got to play who you play. I hate when people say like, "Oh, they're not," but I just don't think that they're a real 3-0 team. Their defense is really good. I think their defense
has improved a ton.
First of all, did you guys fucking see the Texans? Like, hey guys, put someone in the middle of the field. They just kept putting DJ Moore in the middle of the field, and he had 10 feet ahead of him, and their backs play 20 yards back, and their linebackers can't cover DJ Moore in the middle. So what's going on? Did you see how open it was?
Yeah,
I know he had a monster game.
It was so easy.
He's turned into a number 1, man. He's had 3 really good games.
No, yeah, and Darnold, and it was what a fucking crazy thing that the NFL Network did, where it was like they put up the difference between 3 years or 2 or 3 years on the Jets,
in 2 games,
and then 2 games with the Panthers. It was like, dude, all right, we get it. But I mean, the Texans are. Davis Mills did as much as he could do. That guy stinks.
So, what do we think about Darnold? Because leaving the Jets, there is like a euphoric, and I feel like the organization is better as well. But like, do you think Darnold's the guy too, or this is still like smoke and mirrors?
No, I feel like he can win with it. I think the thing with Darnold, you got to have the balance with a good defense. Like, you're not going to just say, hey, Darnold, score 40 a game and take care of the football. But, you know, with the weapons they've got and Joe Brady calling plays and Matt Rule and that solid defense, I mean, I think they can win with them. I think Carolina's got a good shot at a wild card. I don't think they're going to, I think 10-7. I mean,
aside from the Bucs, it's a pretty open division, no?
Yeah, the Saints thing's weird because they're 1-1, but it's like, it feels like a just cursed year with everything that's happened with Ida, and they've got a ton of injuries already, but still not ruling them out. I don't think the Saints are capable of beating the Bucs to win the division, but I still think they could win 9 or 10. They could get it together and fight for that wild card.
I feel bad for the people of Ida, but I don't think you could blame the Saints.
No, it's not just Ida. No, it's no. I'm saying more. So they had all their coaches that are out with COVID, but they had literally the Saints had no Marcus Davenport, no Lattimore, no Quan Alexander, no Mike Thomas. They have like 7 guys out already, and it's week 3. I mean, it's tough. But they're getting Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Lattimore back for New England Sunday.
But back to the game last night. That was a Thursday night game we usually get. Boring ass game.
Yeah.
But I do think Darnold looked good. Like he did what he had to do. The first half, the Panthers should have been up at least 3 touchdowns. It was like, what are we doing?
What you're
here?
mentioning on the DJ Moore thing, Lovie Smith is Houston's defensive coordinator, and he runs that Tampa cover too, and like that worked back in the day, but I think that scheme's way outdated. It's way outdated in modern pro football because you could just attack the middle of the field, that it's just wide open.
That's what Marty said.
And the linebackers cannot. They don't know the depth that they have to go back enough, and those safeties and corners are so far back that the DJ Moore against a linebacker is fucking the easiest thing in the world. Like, get any slot receiver or him, it's like, Jay, just stand in the middle of the field. You don't even have to be a good receiver. It's crazy. But yeah, I think the Panthers are gonna have a rude awakening soon. But
fair enough. But if you do need 8 to 9 wins to be a wild card team, or be in the mix, a good way to get there is start 3-0.
Yeah, and the division win against the Saints is almost like a double win.
Huge,
next week is at Cowboys is a good test.
Okay.
That's a good
yeah,
test.
that'll
Cowboys
be fun.
aren't
What I'm
fucking
really
rock
curious.
No, Cowboys aren't. That's why
I
it's
want to
like
see Carolina's defense against Dak.
Exactly. That's
what I
a
wanna
good
see.
offense where you'll see if they get exposed or not. But I mean, the Cowboys, like that's a team that they match up kind of well with, so it would be a good test for.
Where's
them.
the game?
At Cowboys.
Okay.
Marty, I got to ask you: Did you see App State's running back fall down at the 3?
So
doubled down.
I explained this.
Marty's not happy.
So I explained this because I had more money on the Texans last night.
It is
on money line, and I had them on the spread. So I was only watching the Texans. I had App State on my phone. So I'm watching, and I see on my phone that he just went down. Like it didn't show the man that there was no defenders behind him, in front of him, and he just went down. So I was like, whatever. I lost. Bad bet. I lost. But then I see the clip. This motherfucker. What? I understand it's the right play. You don't got to tell me it's the right play. I also was mad. I know it would have been one score. But in what world does anyone see that open space and goes down in college? Everyone wants to score a touchdown. And I said this before. If Marshall, these teams got to stop giving up. They need to pretend to tackle him, like get close to him, and just try, and then he'll score. Because if he sees this open space, he's just going to go down. No.
Yes.
Like I think that Marshall
it'll remind him.
Yeah, Marshall. Like you can fake tackle someone. You can go up to him and like just not wrap up. You just kind of hit him, and then he'll go into the end zone if you want to try and get the ball back. Like if just letting him go, people are getting smarter just to go down. You know what I mean?
They are. No, absolutely.
Well, and that was a spot where App State was only up by 1. So if they score, you could kick the extra point. It's still 8. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. But that's why Marshall needs to try and tackle him, but not actually tackle him instead of just giving up because he'll
push him
go
and forward
down.
in the end zone.
Yeah.
What's the protocol of getting behind the guy and just shoving him into the end zone?
Exactly. But hey, fucking what's his name? I'm gonna say it. That scumbag, Nathaniel Noel, asshole. You're doing those crying faces. I'm sitting there with fucking no money now because of you. That's not funny.
I think
But it is funny.
Who did it? Gurley or Marshall and Lynch when like they said they were aware of the spread? Like now it's like the cool thing to do.
Nick Chubb, maybe.
Yeah, like
I've seen him fall a couple times.
I'd fucking smack that guy in the throat.
I remember that Houston game last year.
To be like aware of it now is the trendy and cool thing, and
well,
it's like unauthentic. These kids
is admitting you're aware of it not kind of like
no.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said, TJ. They're gonna get in trouble
it's
eventually.
not.
Well, now that it's like legalized nationwide,
He
I
won't
think
because
it's
he's getting tweeted like I'm guaranteeing he didn't know the spread, but he just got like tweeted a bunch about like because gamblers like ourselves find the person's name and tweet at them like, hey, why'd you go down?
There is a loophole for these kids to just say, well, like they'll be like, do you know the spread? How do you know the spread? It's like, well, on the fucking scroll 3 days before the game, you fucking guys put it there, and I read about our story in the paper, and it says the line. Like
I'm also behind. I think that a bunch of coaches, I think every single coach in every single sport knows the spread, so they know what like are we a favorite or are we an underdog today. I don't think they like coach for the spread. I'm saying I think they just like to know if they're an underdog or not. And then it's like, all right, does someone know something we don't know? Is someone out? Like, I think that's how they prepare. But I think
it's definitely a motivation factor.
I mean, hey, and honestly, what's his name? Nathaniel getting 1,000 likes on a tweet from Appalachian State, So good for you, fucking scumbag.
I'm just happy Grant Wells stays in the fucking graveyard. Anytime that kid can lose a game, I'm happy. So.
The chat's wanting us. Usually we give picks at the end, but the chat wants some Friday football analysis on these games tonight. So I'm going to run through this real quick. I got nothing on Middle Tennessee State, Charlotte. Does anybody have anything they want to add on that?
No.
Charlotte cashed for me on Duke, but they're not great. They should have covered last week against Georgia State and lost, so Charlotte's a stay-away team for me now.
All right, this Wake-Virginia game, I saw it. Now it's 3.5 on the sports book.
3.5 who? Virginia?
Virginia's so Virginia was 4.
Makes no sense.
No, and then I saw it down to 3.
I know that.
And when it jumped on 3, I'll just clue it in. I have Virginia on Pick Central because it went to 3. Public's on Wake. Virginia's in a bounce back spot.
Of course.
But now it's 3.5. I sorta lean Virginia here. I think there's like a little. It's a bounce back from what happened against Carolina. I think Wake has a ton of starters back. I mean, they both could score a lot of points. You wouldn't, historically, you think Wake Forest, Virginia. You don't think shootout necessarily, but this year you do.
I blogged it. I'm pretty sure both offenses are in the top 5 this week in terms of like combined passing yards.
Oh yeah.
So you're right, shootout potential. And if you look at it, I like Wake. I think Wake's pretty good. I like Clawson. I took their win total over. This one would help, but Wake being better than Virginia for the most part. And the line is still Virginia minus 3.5, tells you all you need to know. Also, the public being all over Wake is like, do not get in that line. You don't want to be the 1,000th guy in line. This is I'm rooting for Wake. I would bet Wake because I like them, but this is screaming to tell you take Virginia. I'm staying away. It's Virginia. It's telling you all you need to know. Virginia is the side you should be betting.
With all that, yeah, I agree with you. I really do agree with you.
It's screamer,
but
Virginia.
I'm taking Wake Forest.
What Liberty Syracuse
It's
tonight?
stupid, I know. Gambling wise, it is, but it's like
what? Because you like Wake?
Yeah, I like Wake.
And I don't hate that. I mean, if you like a team, you can like the sharp people can be wrong every once in a while.
1,000%, and it's like, and I know Wake Forest really haven't played anyone, especially Florida State's nothing. So
yeah, they're getting in. Florida State's still got that like team name that's big, and so when Wake blows them out, it gives them kind of.
Well, I mean, look at last week. Indiana was technically the right side for everybody.
Indiana
to
was.
say.
Michael Penix just screwed it.
The thing is, Virginia scored 40 points against North Carolina. Like, oh well, they could kind of put it up. I think they're going to do against Wake.
I don't think
that's
Carolina's
just at home.
defense is very good. It's a weird game.
Either.
All right, next game. Is Liberty Syracuse a rat line? Because I mean, Syracuse has got that Carrier Dome. It's such a weird
I think it's
edge they've got.
I think it's
Liberty
accurate.
6.5.
No, I think it's a rat line. I'm gonna take it though.
You taking Liberty?
Right?
I think I'm sitting back. I mean, I don't want to go against freezing Liberty. You would think Malik Willis on the Carrier Dome turf should be pretty dynamic. You would think.
Well, they smoked them last year. The line was like it was so easy last year. I think they were only like a point favorite or something. Like you could look it up. I have no idea. But I did take Liberty last year, and they fucking killed Syracuse. Syracuse a little bit better. I was.
They are. They wanted Ohio. Granted, Ohio times a little rough.
They are. Yeah. They lost to Rutgers.
They fought them though.
They
fought them for sure.
I was a Babers guy at Bowling Green, but he's the classic type of, good Power 5 coach, sexy name. Let's go hire this guy, and maybe he can't cut it. Like he did have that one good year when they were ranked. Syracuse. Babers has been not great against the spread. You could
DeVito is just not very. He started forever. He's just not very good.
You could look up those trends. I agree with Marty. It seems like a rat, but you got to go with Liberty. They got more dynamic playmakers.
Yeah.
I love Willis. I'll go with Liberty.
Okay. And finally, last game tonight's Fresno by 30.5 over UNLV. Fresno's the million times better team. Obviously, I'm actually leaning UNLV in the points only because the quarterback, who's so good, Hainer, he's banged up to hell.
Yeah, but
and on
UNLV's quarterback is backed up, I've read.
Oh, dang. I was just taking the 30.5 because I thought Fresno would
find out for
I just
sure.
feel like after Fresno's last few weeks, this is a game to just call off the dogs.
I wanted to take Fresno first half.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think Fresno comes out and kind of punches them in the mouth. I'll get you the kid's name to touch on, but I think UNLV's kid might be out as well. So if UNLV, as bad as they are, is on a fucking backup, Doug Brumfield, I had him listed as probable. So that's, is what it is.
That's kind of all I've got on tonight. Looking ahead though, we'll take a couple more tomorrow. We got Ange at 12:30, and then we're gonna take some phone calls after Ange on the show. Some other ones tomorrow I want to mention. I've talked about Clemson, NC State a bunch this week. What do y'all think on this game? Because it's like a lot of people think, hey, Clemson's do a bounce back effort. They've looked bad. This is them reasserting. I think this is a dogfight.
I love NC State. of what their team is. I love like their capability. I liked them against Mississippi State. That was a clear outmatch of talent. Mississippi State kind of beat the shit out of them from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. Hammered them
I
on
think
sandwich.
even as bad as Clemson's offense has been, and there always is a potential for Clemson to bust it out, NC State's going to have a lot of trouble moving the ball against Clemson's defense. Clemson could still win this one like 13-3. Or what's the line? 10.5? 14-0. 17-3. Something
Grind it out.
gross.
Man. Like gross.
Doesn't need a lot of scores. Maybe gets a defensive score, gets a short field because their defense is that good. NC State, from what I've seen, and I'm rooting for chaos, so I want Clemson out. I want Clemson with their
I do
second
too.
loss. I want NC State to win outright, but you got to call a spade a spade. NC State really struggles against a level up in competition.
Okay.
I really think Clemson's defense is going to get the job done here.
That's the problem too. I think that Clemson's defense is going to be a little too overwhelming for NC State, but I want DJ to get exposed.
I want chaos.
I don't
want
think
all
he's,
these traditional guys out.
I don't think he's as good as a quarterback as everyone thinks. He hasn't shown actually much. Where Notre Dame's defense last year wasn't like crazy good. It was not that good, and I don't know. I think Clemson last week showed that they're not a dominant team. And I know everyone's saying everyone's beatable because Alabama's in a tough spot, and they still pulled it out. So I don't really know. I don't think they're going to get actually picked off at all this year, but I think it's going to be closer than people think. But I do think Clemson pulls it out.
Have you seen the tweets from an Unnecessary Roughness about Dabo being the first one down the hill now?
Oh, Brandon.
We got to get this guy.
Brandon
I know he's
said it.
jealous because it's, like another Southern team that's better, but I mean, Dabo, what are you doing, dude?
Well, yeah. Like first of all, that I think Brandon said it. It's like that hill is very underwhelming in person, and it's one of the stupidest things. Like why would you run downhill when you like get hurt? Like,
Somebody's
with your
gonna
guys?
get hurt. Yeah.
But Dabo being first and like no one else behind him even close is fucking crazy.
It's weird. It's like Dabo seems like a me guy a lot.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
like, it
His
just-
hat's so big too.
I don't know. He just
But
runs.
that's what college football's about, though. You got to have him in the front so you keep the
He's
players
recruited.
coming in every single year.
No,
he has to be the face of it.
You are right.
He's the
It's like-
long-standing face.
You are right. I mean, it's people do go to Clemson for Dabo, but I don't know.
You're going to start to see that even itself out now, where coaches aren't going to have as much power. We talked about it with college basketball too.
No,
Like,
I don't. I think they're gonna have more power. I think with this NIL shit, they're gonna be like, hey, I think that's gonna be the shady shit now. It's like, well, hey, I can definitely get you this sponsorship if you come here.
okay.
I think that's gonna be the new cheating, where it's like they were just giving them to him now, but now it's like, hey, there's this car company, this whatever, I can do this for you.
Yeah.
But if the kid, on the flip side, if the kid is talented and the kid is marketable and the kid is likable, he can go anywhere and make.
Yeah, but I think it's when you almost have like the guarantee of like someone helping you instead of like you having to do it yourself, because you
Okay.
can't have an agent. Like these kids are still
Yeah, fair enough.
whatever, but I think they're gonna have more power now, which is scary.
One other game I want to mention real quick: Arkansas A&M. I'm bringing it up, and we talked about it with Brandon. I feel like everybody's dying on this Arkansas public underdog hill here. Like as this game, this is one of those that beginning of the week I was like, okay, I like Arkansas at first, especially because I was an idiot. I thought it was in Fayetteville. I lowered my Arkansas value when I found out it was in Dallas. Man, I went on Baton Rouge radio earlier too. Everybody's on Arkansas this week. Everybody, and I think it's over.
I love that.
Yeah, I think I'm on it. I'm on A&M. I think Jimbo, with a couple weeks, can get that backup quarterback ready too. He's such a good quarterback.
Yeah, it's the
coach.
perfect spot to fade the Arkansas. Like, you don't want to be the 50th person or the 500th person to say, "Oh, did you hear about this new band? Do you hear about?"
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Public underdogs are
Yep,
tough.
It feels like that with Arkansas.
Also, shout out Arkansas from being like they were
Trash.
the bottom of the
Yeah, they're number
barrel.
16 right now.
I mean, we were making fun of Felipe Franks last year, and they kind of put up a fight against some teams, but like they are, at least they're in the conversation. They're
Right.
ranked. Like, good for them.
I do worry about the backup quarterback with Texas A&M.
yeah,
I
my
really
my
do,
one
so-
logic is
I don't think they're that
Jimbo.
good.
Jimbo's such a
What?
good coach.
I
Can
really
he-
don't think they're that good.
No, I think Texas just stinks.
Yeah, and they're soft at the line of scrimmage.
No, I'm saying Texas A&M.
They're not.
Their
But
defense-
Their defense
and that's
is insane.
This is the
but-
perfect spot for me to jump on the. Everybody goes, "Oh, Arkansas," like he's saying, and you go the other way. But I do worry about Texas A&M's quarterback. And
Yeah, I
you're
do
right. I don't think they're that good to begin with. Too.
Yeah, I do
So
too.
It's the
It's
wrong
crazy.
team to.
This year is swapped because like last year it was all offense. Like every team was offensive pretty much. Like Alabama's offense was better than their defense.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone like Texas A&M's defense, Clemson's defense, Alabama's defense is all like it's back to that instead of just relying on offense. Ohio State's like the only one that relies on the offense.
And even going farther than that, you look at like Big 12 and you see like Oklahoma State and Baylor not scoring. Like what the hell what the hell is going on?
Taking overs in the Big 12 and it's not even close is upsetting.
Yeah, it's for so long. You know who's turning into an under team? It feels like too is West Virginia.
Yeah. Their defense is like their basketball defense now. It's like
they used to be like a lights out team. You gotta always look at numbers, always look at stats, always look at like against the spread trends. Don't just get caught up in they're fast. That team plays fast because things change year to year. So you touched on the Big 12. How about I kind of like Oklahoma State, Kansas State as one of the better games this week.
Yeah, it's just that's that unranked team favored over a ranked team thing, and Kansas State's still like as good as they looked, and the Stanford win is aging well.
Oh yeah. It's way better than it was. They weren't the same team than they were a couple weeks ago, Stanford, but.
No, I like Oklahoma State too. The only thing is like that is going to be a lower scoring game. But Kansas State, Skylar Thompson being out, I mean that's not good.
Yeah, they're going back to that just like snap the ball to the quarterback and kind of run around like Kansas State. It was endearing. I loved Bill Snyder. One thing that's going to drive me crazy: Oklahoma State's going to win this game, let's say, right? And the announcers will be sure to say Oklahoma State with the upset over Kansas State. You're a 6-point fucking favorite. Just because they have the little number next to them. Doesn't that drive you nuts when they storm the court or like it's like huge upset. Iowa State beats
like they're favored by
Oklahoma.
Like they're favored by 4.
They were favored by 3 in basketball at home. Like leave me alone. So that's gonna drive me nuts. I think there's another one that's like it's telling you all you need to know. Oklahoma State's look like shit. Spencer Sanders isn't great. This is another team that's turned into an under team. Oklahoma State used to be fucking points factory. The line being 6 here kind of tells you which way to go. I think it's Oklahoma State or pass.
Stu likes Oklahoma State a lot. The other one I want to mention quickly in the Big 12 is everybody's really down on Oklahoma. West Virginia can't really score a lot.
No, that's what I was saying. Under team, yeah.
Yeah, do you think West Virginia plus 16's got, or is it just like that's almost like a public one because everybody's so down?
I don't like to do 2 weeks in a row of thinking Oklahoma's going to kill somebody and then again Oklahoma's going to kill somebody and then how many weeks do you lose in a row with that?
Yeah,
because I did think they were going to smash Nebraska.
Oh, I did too.
I lost Nebraska.
I lost on that one too.
At home, at night, Lincoln Riley's got the horses. Rattler probably has a better game. I think Oklahoma wins in a rout.
I'm waiting for Oklahoma to step on the gas.
Right. But so you could do it this week. Yeah. I lost last week. So you get my point. You don't want to be 2 in a row.
For sure.
At home, Oklahoma, I think this is probably a cruising for Oklahoma. I'm not.
I feel like it's like you're late to the party if you take West Virginia plus 16. Like Tulane and Nebraska were obviously the spots.
Yeah.
It's kind of my thoughts.
So I'll pose this one to you because my answer is a Big 12 team. Which unranked team is most likely to upset a ranked team this week?
I know Marty's going to say Texas Tech, I bet.
No, I have Texas.
Or you have Tech. I'm sorry. You have Texas.
Who's Texas playing?
Texas playing Texas Tech.
That wasn't even – is Texas still ranked?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't even have that on my radar.
Okay. Is TCU ranked? I think SMU could beat TCU.
I do as well. I took SMU plus 9. There's a lot of rivalry with that.
That's a game that it goes to the wire every single year. This SMU TCU, and SMU was on a look ahead last week and won on that Hail Mary in Ruston. But I think TCU SMU just like I'm SMU plus 9's all over my card.
I'm all over that. How about the fact that they are blaming TCU for not playing the game last year as well? They also got SMU kids shitting on TCU. They're also saying the SMU kids weren't recruited by TCU. This is a big edge game. I like SMU plus 9. My pick on that underdog would be Baylor. I'm against Iowa State.
They've covered a ton against Iowa State.
I can see that.
You don't know anything about Baylor of who they've played. They've played dog shit like Kansas, an FCS team, and somebody else. I think Baylor can beat Iowa State. I don't trust their offense.
There's so many. I like so many home underdogs this week. It's like crazy.
Marty, on the score app, I'm sorry, Ben. On the score app, Texas is not showing up as a ranked team.
Okay.
Maybe that's what the issue is.
Okay, maybe.
I'm be honest, I don't remember what you were saying about ranked team. I just like Texas.
An unranked team to beat a ranked team. So you're close. Texas is probably like 26 or whatever, but they're not.
That's
on
not
there.
For me. That's not as big in football for me.
I can't follow the rankings because everybody.
No.
Right. I gotta come up with questions.
No, it's not bad, but I don't know why. Like basketball with the ranked shit is way bigger for me.
Yep.
We're joined now by Angelina. Thank you for joining us. She joins us
Thank you.
every Friday on Pick Central, minus the one 2 weeks ago that I messed up on. And you've been pumped all week. Villanova, Penn State. You going tomorrow?
Yes, I will be there.
Okay.
I'm excited about it.
I've heard you saying you like Villanova and that you feel pretty good about them in the 29.
See, no, now it's 31.5.
Okay.
The spread is, which is extremely disrespectful.
I almost feel like that's really nice what they did.
I don't think it's nice at all.
What do you think? It should be like 4?
Nova laying. Alternate. Nova laying.
I just think 31.5 is a little disrespectful, and it keeps going up, which I personally don't understand. I think that Penn State's probably not going to take this game as seriously as they take their other games because it is an FCS game.
That's true.
But
and it's off a huge win, Auburn.
Off a huge win on
big
Auburn.
Yeah.
It's like a weird period of time. I think that they're going to work on their run game a little bit more than they are on their passing. I think that they're going to do fine tweaks to like their game. They're not going to play as seriously, which I think will help our spread. 31.5 again. Absolutely disrespectful. Do you have something to say?
No,
Penn State might win by 40.
I don't think so whatsoever.
They might beat the living shit out of them.
I think
perfect. She got the right idea. It's a perfect sandwich spot. They got Indiana next week too.
Well, first of all, Indiana's not like someone that really.
But
they lost that OT crazy game last year, too.
1,000%. But it's
play
like,
starts to kick
okay,
in.
I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, it's there is a little bit of peak. They can lay off the Penn State offense isn't like fucking crazy, and they can lay off the gas a little bit. But
Daniel Smith is a great quarterback.
Villanova, I mean,
he makes great decisions. He's a great quarterback.
Is it different styles here? Like State Penn plays slow, right? Does Nova run the gas? Like, what's the? I'm asking because I genuinely don't know.
We play a
FCS.
deep
of course
game.
you
Like
know
they're
Villanova. No one knows what Villanova.
I remember
Well, you should.
I remember Brian
Respect.
Westbrook when we were kids.
Respect. If she has,
I actually knew it. My friend played for New Hampshire. I knew everything about it for 4 years, and it's very fun to bet on. It really is, and I do like that you bet on FC. It just sucks that the lines come out so late.
but if
Yeah.
State Penn is going to get into a fucking track meet and Nova can score some points, I think that's valid. So she's got a point. I'm interested to know if they move. How do they play off?
So they have a deep passing game.
Okay.
They have 4-3 defense. See, the thing is that I think that if we keep the score down early, that we will be able to at least hang in there and cover our spread. I can't believe 31.5 is actually what's there. I really can't.
You are nuts.
You're nuts.
I like her pride.
No, I love it too, but you're nuts.
No. This is not me being delusional.
No, yes it is.
No. It's not. It's not.
How?
We are also 3-0. Yes, I understand that our opponents are very different, but we have had 8 picks in 3 games.
That's really bad.
It's good. It's good.
Who would you play so far?
We've played Lehigh, Bucknell, and Richmond.
Hey.
You know what though, and I'll give you this because this is Villanova's Super Bowl. Like this is going to be their biggest game they ever play this year, obviously, and they're going to be trying 10 times harder than them. And that I could see with the 31, where you could be like, all right, but it's Villanova football.
It is Villanova football, and those are my friends we're talking about here.
That's a problem too.
We're going to support them till the end. Villanova money line.
Oh, there you go.
Goodness.
What?
If Villanova covers, I will bet on Villanova almost every game this week. For the rest of the year.
Do you have any? I know you're known for your FCS picks. Do you have any other couple games you want to share for this weekend? Doesn't have to be FCS or just.
Couple games for this weekend. I like Wake Forest. I got Wake Forest at +4.
Okay, yeah, it's all over. It went from 4 to 3 back to 3.5.
Yeah, now it's at 3.5. I mean, I still like it. I would play it up to 3. I just think that, yes, Virginia's home, but they haven't seen the 4-man front, and their defense kind of sucks. So I will be taking Wake Forest.
Okay.
In terms of FCS, I have not looked at any of that yet.
Those come out.
That will be tomorrow morning.
Those lines come out later, right?
They come out in the morning. Like you have to wake up to the lines. It's kind of like Christmas. Then I have Kentucky -5.
Okay, Brandon Walker likes that one a lot too.
Yeah. I not a fan of South Carolina. I'm really not.
Their over-under was only 3.5 wins this year. They do have Doty, their starting quarterback, back. I don't know what that means, though, so I don't have any
Yeah,
opposition.
see, I took that future under. I don't think South Carolina is going to perform. I think
Okay.
it's just going to be
New
bad.
coach and Beamer.
Yeah, I also just think Kentucky has a stronger offense. And then I also had Texas A&M minus 5.5.
Okay, yeah, we all like A&M.
I love it. I just think the Arkansas defense against Spiller is just going to be.
Okay.
Arkansas is
Not
too
gonna hold
sexy.
up.
I feel like everybody public's all over
Everybody
Arkansas,
wants
too.
Arkansas.
Did you guys already hit Kansas State?
We liked Oklahoma State a little bit.
Okay, good. I think that's a trap game, so that's why I'm not going to touch it.
Okay.
But
Yeah, that one's a weird one because it feels like Oklahoma State should be like 3 or 3.5, and it's 6.5.
Yeah.
I want to take Penn State so bad now.
what, the spread?
Yes.
Go for it.
I think I have
hope
to.
you have a great time doing
I
that.
think I have to. I think I have to hammer them.
Really?
I think I want to take every other FCS team that you have this week besides Villanova. Your Villanova picks are like my Duke picks.
Or Yankees.
Okay.
Too
I think that's
invested.
true, right? It's not a bad thing. You
Hey,
go.
I take Ole Miss
Don't
all
you
the
go
time.
to
I've been
Villanova?
winning.
I do go to Villanova, which
Yeah.
is why I'm not saying that I'm betting on the game. I'm just saying that I really like the spread. I
Yes.
really like the spread, and I think it's very disrespectful.
Did anyone see how intently that guy walking by just looked at all of us?
It's a wild 4 people in this room right now.
Wild. This guy's looking like this.
Is this a real show?
Yeah, what are they doing in there?
Yeah.
What else? What are you targeting for FCS? Let's put it that way.
What do you mean?
Like, I know the lines come out tomorrow, but like,
I'm looking a lot at the Ivy games. I
Okay.
mean, I know there's Harvard Brown tonight. Haven't really looked at that much, but I'm looking a lot at that because they played their first game last week in 2 years. So I think I'm also looking at like Lehigh and the fact that Lehigh kind of is just just terrible. And I'm also looking at Bucknell, and we blew out Bucknell 54-3. So like I'm looking at teams that like I already know that
you have
just
a data point on.
will not be able to hang.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any other picks for the week? Those are your main ones for the week?
In terms of college, none that I'm like 100% confident with, which I'll probably put out tonight.
Okay.
Once
Do you do any NFL too?
Yeah, I have Cardinals minus 7.5 and Dallas minus 3.5.
Okay.
I love Dallas. I think they're going to continue to cover the spread.
They look good.
Dak Prescott, big Dak Prescott fan. Not a Dallas fan. I like the Colts, but
Okay. Well, I could see that on Dallas. The Arizona thing, they're 7.5 at Jacksonville. Jacksonville hadn't looked like a NFL team so far this year at all.
This guy is it's killing me. I know who he is, but I can't figure
Trey,
it
I forgot his last name. Trey. He's on the
out.
Hornets.
Fucking Trey. We interviewed him,
Murphy, right?
Rico.
Trey Murphy?
God damn it.
Oh, I wasn't
That's
in on that.
That's
Trey
a
Murphy.
Pelicans first round pick. What's up, dude?
Get
I
him in
wasn't
here.
in on that.
Tell him to come in here.
Yeah. If he
I wasn't
wants
in
to.
on that one.
Oh man, that's a Pelican. Yeah, he went to University of Virginia.
Trey
guard.
Murphy. I believe.
Trey
Yeah.
Murphy.
Yeah,
I know.
Y'all had
I
him on bench mob.
Yeah, I know.
I
That's
wasn't in
why-
that interview. That's why I'm.
That's
looking. I'm
why
like, I know the
struggled.
name because I
dude,
looked him up.
I'm fanboying out. I'm a Pelicans fan. I love it.
I know. He's a great guy. It was a great interview. That's on me. I forgot.
Jake.
I'm about to switch computers. We're gonna take a couple phone calls here in a second. My bad.
You think he remembers us?
Probably not. I wasn't in the interview.
I feel like he doesn't remember me
ask.
at all. He's probably like, I'm gonna. Rico, you
I'll
ask
ask,
him.
I'll
Ask
ask.
if he remembers me.
All right, I'll ask.
Oh, he's coming in.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
Come
take
on,
a
man.
seat.
I'm a huge New Orleans Pelicans fan. Really? Yeah, pumped about you, man. Yeah, come on with it.
Sit right
Take
there.
a seat. We're about to be joined by a special guest. Before we get to that, we got to thank one of our sponsors, Cuts Clothing. Fellas, the sport of business means demanding excellence from both your craft and your wardrobe. Your fits need to be versatile, blending timeless style and comfort so that you look as good as you feel. For that, there's Cuts Clothing. Cuts shirts, polos, hoodies, and crew sweatshirts are made for the man who works hard, plays hard, and never settles for less, all in the sport of business. It's not just a lifestyle. It's not just clothing. It's office leisure apparel for the sport of business. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/picks. That's cutsclothing.com/picks for 15% off the only shirt worth wearing. That's Cuts Clothing. We're joined by a special guest, and I'm super pumped that he's in the studio because I'm a big Pelicans fan. I'm kind of the New Orleans supporter here at Barstool. Trey Murphy, first round pick the Pelicans. You had a hell of a year last year for the University of Virginia. Welcome to Pick Central, and glad to have you on. How are you?
Appreciate y'all having me. Glad to be in New York. I love it here. I can't lie to you. It's been a really good time.
So obviously New Orleans dealing with a lot coming off Ida. Are you settled down there? How are things going down there?
My mom is actually down there working on like my apartment situation. So, hopefully when I get down there, everything will be a little bit more settled. But, people are really still recovering from that hurricane.
Yeah, it's really really tough. Are you excited about playing for the Pelicans?
Super excited. I mean, training camp starts on Tuesday, so we're literally right into this. Like, first game is October 4th in Minnesota. Like, we're really getting to the swing of things, and I mean, I'm super excited. It's a dream come true.
You have any plans on how to make impact like a rookie? You just gonna walk up to Zion, punch him right in the face? Like, what's your?
I don't think that's gonna work because he is kind of like a brute, and I don't think I really do much damage to him. But no, I mean, really just doing my role, like playing my role and just doing my job. I think that'll be the best thing.
Yeah, I'm excited about you. I'm a big fan of the team, and your shooting is gonna really work well with Zion because he drives so much and kicks it. He's a great passer. You could be sitting in a good spot for some open looks.
No, very. Like, my man's going to be running to the paint to stop Zion. I mean, that's what I would do. So
I don't know if you remember, I interviewed you before the draft.
Yeah.
I don't like you because you went to Virginia. And I'm a Duke fan, and
That's okay.
You were pretty good. No. So what was the first thing you bought after the draft? Rico is he's a big advocate right there. He says if he ever comes into money, he's buying 365 pairs of underwear.
Really? No.
Yeah.
That's
not a bad
That's
idea.
what your bet was?
First thing I would do. No, it's not my bet. I'm just saying. First thing I would do.
Oh, yourself.
Himself,
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't do that, though. I can't lie
Dumb.
to you.
I think
Wear
it's
'em,
dumb.
throw them out.
Terrible idea. But big purchase? Like, I haven't made too many big purchases, but I mean, I've done a little bit of shopping while I've been here. And
Smart.
Gonna
Probably
continue.
smart.
Gonna continue a little bit more shopping after I leave here. So, yeah.
That's wild. I would have spent it all already. That's probably why it's bad. I would be bad if I got any type of money.
No, my parents would not allow that to happen.
Yeah, no. I think my first thing would be something really stupid, like a
gold toilet, something like that.
Yeah, like
I can see you buying a gold toilet.
Yeah, with it's got like heated seats on it and shit. I like taking a shit
Not
with
a car?
heated. No, I don't really care about a car.
I
You don't
want
wanna
like a track hawk.
You don't want to
I would get
spend too much on a
Trackhawk.
car in New Orleans because the potholes in the roads anyway are
Yo.
gonna tear it up.
I was in a Suburban last week, and I almost had whipplash in a Suburban. Like,
It's no joke.
that's
That's
crazy.
actually bad fun.
Yeah, at
Terrible.
least stay out of New Orleans. A lot of great food, music, bad roads.
Terrible roads.
No, terrible roads. Are you excited about playing for Willie Green? I'm really pumped. I feel like the Pelicans have really missed on some coaching stuff, and I think they got it right on this one.
Man, he's such a player's coach, and
Good.
he just understands. Like, he played in the league for a while, and he was under Monty, who's a really good coach.
Oh yeah, biggest
And-
mistake they made was firing Monty off the year they made the playoffs, and they fired him, and then they still hadn't recovered since.
Yeah, I would say Coach Green, he really understands us, and he has a lot of good stuff that he runs, and he tries to protect our bodies too, because that's so important in the 82 game season. Like, basically, you're gonna be run down, especially your rookie year, by game 40 or so, because that's the end of your last college season. So that rookie wall is coming. I just gotta make sure I'm pushing through it and staying strong mentally.
That's cool. That's interesting. This day and age, it feels like they factor in that rest and just the long grind of the season way more than they used to, which I think is good though. I mean, the season, like you said, 6 months. I know the back-to-backs, all the traveling takes a heavy toll. Is that the biggest transition you're worried about from college to pro?
Man, the traveling is crazy, because I dealt with it a little bit during my pre-draft process, because I had 14 workouts. And so from July 5th to about July 24th, I was on the road. I didn't see my home base. And so, having flight delays and getting in sometimes at 12, not being able to have your normal routine, sleeping wise and eating wise, it was tough. And, it's something that's a part of the business though.
It's not bad. I could do it.
You think so?
Nah,
I didn't think so
I
either.
can't do shit. I think I could probably. You think?
I could do it if I got paid like that.
Do you think any of us can score 2 points in an NBA game?
I know I can't.
I think I can.
You 100% sure about that one?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I can't lie to you. These guys are kind of good. I mean, I haven't seen you play, but
I think the last time I touched a basketball was probably 4 or 5 years ago, but
You're
I
not
think I would be able to do it.
I don't think
think-
you can touch the rim probably. You're probably not hitting the rim on the
I think that I can. There's
I got it.
I can luck into I could get lucky, like someone like off a pick.
I think if you were by yourself in the gym, I think you could probably get like 10 points.
By myself?
Only person in the gym. Just you.
I might have to. Do you think 1-on-1 against you I could score once?
No, not one time.
Not one time.
I got you for sure.
Can we?
No, not
yeah,
one time.
we have a.
I got you for sure.
Y'all have basketball hoops here, so I mean.
He's how tall are you?
All
Zach?
4'5" of me. I
4'5"?
got you for sure. I got you for
You think so?
a point.
I don't
Definitely.
think so.
No, definitely.
No,
It's
not
lot.
a single point.
All right, so
All right, we should try it.
I think at one point,
What's up?
I think one point in the off season, not during your shit, we could probably have to focus on the Pelicans. I think I gotta play
off
you
the record.
1-on-1.
Yeah, definitely off the record. Yeah,
1 point. You don't think?
Not a single.
I have one move that you're gonna be stunned by, and I won't tell you.
Element of surprise.
I have never been stopped
I
on this
bet
move
you.
once.
I bet you your move is just like a jab step, and then you try to step back after that.
No step back for me. Let me tell you something. I'm going to show you this movie. You're like, oh wow, that was unbelievable. I've never seen that.
I promise y'all have probably seen it. Unless it's absolutely terrible where nobody else would do it except for
I
you.
don't think you've ever seen it. Well, all right, we'll make a bet. I think I could score 1 point.
Okay.
Just quit while you're behind, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm always behind in life. It's all right.
I do have to ask you one question though.
Okay.
Villanova or Penn State?
Well.
This is football, not basketball.
Oh, this is football?
Yes.
Well, Penn State.
No.
Exactly.
Anything.
Anything? Well, I can't lie. When I was in my transfer process, I was going to Villanova for about like 2 weeks.
Wow.
I was like, I'm gonna go there, but then Virginia, they came along. Coach Bennett, he's one of the best people I've ever met, and like it was just hard to turn that down. But
So what was your-
I would say Villanova.
Where were you before Virginia?
Rice University.
Okay, I don't. Oh, in Houston. Okay,
Oh,
I was that. Okay.
Rice messed me up my first week of college football, so I really don't like them. But what was your take on Villanova, basketball wise?
Basketball wise, they just run stuff so professionally, and they have a system. Obviously it works. They have Mikal Bridges in the league, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, a bunch of different like wing guards that are succeeding in the league, and so I wanted to be a part of that mold too.
Bro, that's so crazy. Like Rice to Virginia is probably such a was it such a difference there?
You want to hear something?
Cool.
I got to college at around 6'5", 168 pounds, and when I left Rice, I was about 6'8", 200 pounds.
Mike Dunleavy did that.
Kind of Scottie Pippen a little bit.
Yeah.
Grew 4
Scottie
inches.
Pippen was like 6'1" to 6'8".
Yeah, for
4
sure.
inches his freshman year.
Like if I was still 6'5", I would not be in this room talking to y'all right now.
No,
100%.
That's insane. Especially like when you're at Rice, like you're not like I'm going to the NBA in 2 years.
Look. I literally said to myself, like, I just want to play professionally somewhere.
Yeah, like I'll go overseas. Like,
Yeah, I was cool with that.
Yeah.
I was cool. I'll go to Europe, play, get my nice little chunk of change, and then settle down in America after my time playing. But I think my real like NBA dreams didn't start until probably about the summer going into my junior year. So literally like last summer, I was like, I really think this could happen, and I didn't truly believe I was going to a draft till this year, like January, because I wasn't supposed to play this year either.
Yeah, not even like go to draft like first round.
Yeah,
like
no,
top
yeah.
20. Like that's insane.
All this
So,
stuff is coming a little fast for me. I can't lie to you.
not bad.
Yeah, not at
Not
all.
a bad thing.
No.
But good for you, dude. That's
You
fucking
got good
awesome.
problems. as they
Yeah.
say.
So have you figured out? I guess you hadn't settled in New Orleans really yet because of Ida. Are you still figuring all that out?
I have an apartment.
Yeah.
But I haven't. My mom hasn't moved any stuff in there
Okay.
yet. So yeah.
That's cool.
Just tell Zion.
I'll be rocking. I'm friends with guys in the Pelicans front office. I come to games. I'm diehard supporter. Can't wait to follow.
Love to hear it. Love to hear.
Oh
it.
yeah, man. We need the 3-point shooting, the floor spacing. You
Hey.
fit what we need.
Promise you, I can do that.
Who else went? Was it Herb Jones went there too?
Yeah.
He's
Oh, yeah.
fucking awesome. We went to Alabama. Like the praise people talked about Herb Jones
Raved
was
about
fucking insane.
Raved
Look,
about him.
I mean, I'll talk about him basketball wise. Literally, I call him Herb Straight Jacket Jones. That is his nickname
Yep.
because he is an elite defender already.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. But as a person, one of the best people I've met
They say
too.
he's a terrific teammate.
Really good dude, man. He like during the summer league, there'd be so many times where like I didn't notice it because like I'm really locked in, but like I watch a film, Herb is like setting the screen on my man so I can get an open shot. He not even caring about what he's doing
Yeah,
offensively. Like he just
exactly.
always like trying to look out for me, and I was really appreciative of that too.
Yeah, I like the Kyrie Lewis, the Bama point guard too.
Yeah,
he flashed a lot last year. He could shoot. He could fly. I mean, I like
He
his
is
upside
fast as lightning. Like one of the fastest people I've ever seen. Crazy.
Yeah, the potential of this team is just—it's like tantalizing as a fan with Zion and Ingram, and
Brandon
I'm hoping.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I
bet you love him, don't you?
I am the biggest. Both. I mean, anyone from Duke's. They were the Duke Pelicans for like 2 years.
Yeah.
When
They lost Redick now.
Yeah.
Redick was
Redick
there.
retired. Yeah,
Even,
that didn't work out.
Frank Jackson was there too.
Oh,
for
yeah,
a
he
while.
was there that time.
And then Jahlil Okafor was there too.
Yeah.
Question. So, like, did you go to Duke or are you from Durham?
So, Trey, I took an online class just to say I went to Duke. I was a JJ Redick fan growing up, so I'm a Duke fan.
Okay. That's all I need to hear.
Fair enough.
You know
The
what?
dedication.
And I
man.
didn't. And Virginia can go fuck themselves. Everyone in the ACC I can't stand. But I'm glad you're out because you were good, and I'm glad you're not on the team anymore.
I didn't see the thing is though, I didn't play well against Duke, and
I
that was
know.
one of the games where I was like, I'm trying to have 40 this game because I was
Everybody's
so mad.
watching that one.
I'm from Durham, like they didn't
Oh,
recruit
wow,
me.
how
I
was
was
that?
I was really hurt, and so
Yeah.
like I want to have 40 that game, but things didn't go that my way. That's one of the games I wish I could have back.
It sucks
but-
that you didn't get to actually like enjoy the fans either.
And you know what's crazy? They had like fan noise, and it was loud, like so loud. And I asked my teammate, I was like, "Bro, is it this loud? Like normally?" He's like, "Bro, it's louder."
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is insane.
It's so small, right?
small.
Yeah.
It's probably like from probably about that window to that window over there. That's really small court, but really fun place to be at. Though.
Yeah, great place.
Virginia, a hell of a program. Obviously, coming off the national title, I know you transferred and get to play for Coach Bennett. I mean, that seems like it was a very positive experience.
Yeah, I mean, using that as a recruiting tool too is pretty special too. So like, they showed me film on DeAndre as well, DeAndre Hunter, and they were saying like, we could see you becoming like somewhat of a player like this. You guys are a little bit different, but big wings that can guard and score the ball offensively. That's something that we need. And just watching clips of them in the national championship, it brought me goosebumps because I wish I could have been in that position.
Man, that's cool. Well, we appreciate. Just want to say thanks for coming on and popping in here. Do you want to get to our? We got to get to our picks for the day.
Yeah, we'll get to our picks. Appreciate you, bro. And
Nah,
good
I
luck
appreciate
this,
y'all.
good
Thank
luck
you.
this
Yeah.
season.
Thank you very
And
much.
I'm definitely fanboying to get a picture. After
I'll also I'll wax you after off season. Don't worry.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Y'all
See
take
you,
it
man.
Good luck in
Thank
doing it.
you.
All right, Marty, do you want to start picks first today?
Yeah, I got the Yankees. They're playing the.
Are y'all doing a stream tonight, by the
Yeah,
way?
stream tonight. Garrett Cole's pitching. I got Liberty minus 6.5. Wake Forest plus 3.5. Cardinals are the hottest team in baseball. They keep fucking winning. I came back yesterday and won. And I got the Brewers minus 155.
Okay, Rico.
I agree with Marty. I think the Mets might not win a game the rest of the way. Brewers minus 1.5, plus 145. Rangers, Orioles over 9.5. Two bad teams. Bad offenses, but runs will get scored. Two bad pitches. And Blue Jays move the line minus 2. Lost to the Twins yesterday. You got Berrios on the hill, plus 140. I think it's a get-right game for the Blue Jays, even as bad as they've been at night. Blue Jays minus 2.
Thank you, Ange. Appreciate your time. I've got tonight, I took Virginia. I got it at 3 on the sports book, and now it's 3.5. And I'm taking against Wake in the bounce back. I'm taking UNLV plus 30.5 only just because I don't think Fresno's going to care. I mean, they're going to win the game, but they're coming off such a big win and their quarterback's
I
banged
agree
up.
with
And so
you.
I think it's a call off the door. I just don't think it's a
It's
spot
the
where they
right
weren't.
spot. I just think
Mincy,
UNLV
we do
is
need-
so bad.
One more pick.
Do we need another pick?
Blue Jays.
Okay. We need a third pick. I can't go against Liberty and Freeze. So put Liberty on there even if they're red
Also, it's
favorites.
wild.
Suck the
You're
pick.
95 and 100 with no pushes. That's impressive. No pushes is crazy. Just looks weird on a record.
Yeah, it definitely does. A couple promos for the Barstool Sports book. Once again, I want to mention College Football Show live in Chicago tomorrow at 9:30. If you're in Tennessee, we've got a merch giveaway. If you bet $50 cash on Tennessee to cover the spread against Florida, you get to earn an exclusive piece of merch if you opt in. And then we also have got a promotion for Chicago merch giveaway. If you bet 50 cash on a pre-live mainline spread bet, you can bet either side, Notre Dame, Wisconsin. If your bet settles as a win, you get another free piece of merch. We're giving away a lot of merch these days on these picks, huh, Marty?
Yeah, we are, but you don't get this on any other book.
No.
We have great boost. If you're in Aurora or you're near Aurora, you're in Chicago, go to there, sign up. It's plus 1985. It's crazy promos we're giving out. And, yeah, go get there, Barstool Sportsbook.
Yep. And any plans for the weekend for you guys? You got the short porch stream.
Yeah, we got stream.
Yankees, Red Sox. No
Friday,
Sunday night too, right?
Tonight, and then we got Sunday night. Jared will be there. I mean, this is literally for the playoffs. We're a game up on the Blue Jays, and we're a game and a half back from the Red Sox. So this is a huge series. We have 9 games left. It's crazy. Baseball has 9 games left. That's it.
Finally, yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
No, this is it's.
Mincy's a baseball guy.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna call my baseball season ended in late June. when
no,
the
I
state
think
won
it's
the
an
title,
interesting
so.
race here. As much as I love the Blue Jays, they'll be lucky to get in the playoffs. You got 3.
Oh, wow.
You got
They'd be
3
lucky to get in the playoffs. Who the fuck has been saying that?
They're gonna win it all.
Who's been saying
do
they're
think
not
they're
even
gonna
going to
win it
make
all,
the
as long as
playoffs? You don't think it's going to be the Red Sox, Yankees in the wild card?
Do you know what helps the Blue Jays right now? Is one of you sweeping each other. Like if it goes
For sure.
if it goes 2-1 here, it's no real win.
For
we need
sure.
obviously I'm rooting for the Red Sox to sweep, but
You kind of want the Yankees to go 2-1.
as a worst case scenario, yeah,
Yeah.
right. Obviously, you want the Yankees to sweep. but
Yeah.
Either way,
All right, TJ, you over there? How you feeling about Rutgers, Michigan tomorrow?
I think it's like a big prove-it spot for both teams. I think that we don't really know much about either team, and I like the first half number a lot better than the full game number.
Okay.
So that's why I'll probably be
Doesn't
driving to
Rutgers? The guy
Pennsylvania.
Rutgers has really key guys out, right?
One of our starting cornerbacks is out, freshman Max Milton.
Okay. Well, good luck. I certainly like
Appreciate
to see Rutgers compete. Stay tuned. The Yak up next. TJ, appreciate all our guys as always. Thanks to Ange, Trey Murphy, Pelicans first round pick. That was cool as hell having him in. Sorry we didn't get the calls. We don't get first round picks in here every day, so that kind of threw that off. Thanks to Rico, Marty Bush. Stay tuned for the Yaks up next. Let's get this money this weekend.